there's been a lot humming past in the chat about, there are ways to eat offal. There's, as you said, it can be nutritionally dense. It's tougher, gamier flavor. Surely that's not the end of the world. And look, it's probably not. But as you said, it's the transparency thing. The first thing that jumped to mind, though, is one of the criticisms of some of the suppliers for the school lunch program. Overseas, they were caught substituting horse meat for beef. And again, that was a question of profit margins, and it was concealed from the public. And this just illustrates part of the story that we were initially concerned about, is that this was not for the benefit of the children. Like, that wasn't the prime concern. The prime concern was, how cheap can we make this meal? David Seymour has set a monetary value that we need to hit, not a nutritional value, not a percentage of kids fed on time, nutritional points, or anything like that. It was, we're going to get someone in that will do some sort of food very, very cheaply. And this is the sort of decision that comes out of this. The next step, if they want to increase their profit margins, is exactly how much wood pulp can we put in the mince to really beef out, pardon the pun, our profit margins. Like, this is what happens. Like, they're hoping the story goes away, and to be fair, nothing's been in the news cycle about it. We were sort of wondering, and then pop, up it comes. It was always coming.
This is something we need to double check on, though, Chewie, because we're a couple of rodeo clowns from Dunedin, but we're speaking to a professional journalist, and she may not have an opinion on some of these things that we throw out there willy nilly. Hey, Cecile.
I could say anything at any moment.
Yeah. What about families, parents? Have you heard from any parents of school kids that have been like, "This, what's this all about"?
No, I haven't. Look, at Business Desk, we tend to take the business angle, really stick to the fact. We've done a lot on the procurement of the contract, and specific issues that are, again, more of a business angle. It'd be great. I hope other media pick up on this, and I'd love to hear, what principals, what parents, or even nutritionists, think of this. It'd be great to kind of hear more on this. But yeah, I haven't. And also, that's something I wanted to bring up, that former suppliers, other suppliers that used to do the school lunch program, from what I understand, they wouldn't have used a cheap cut like that. They would have used prime beef mince. So that's not something that would have been usual before in the previous version of the program or with other suppliers. So there's definitely a difference, and part of it is the amount of money that they are given, the $3. It's not a lot, and I think maybe it's possible to have sympathy for, the business trying to make it work. I don't know.
You've just used an interesting phrase, at the business desk, you take the business angle. So just to wrap up, almost to go over the whole conversation we've just had, what is the business angle for Compass wanting to have a percentage of their food or meat be offal to these children? What is their business angle, do you think?
Well, clearly it's saving 25% on the price of beef mince. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Then they probably thought, well, no one will notice, and we can do that. And how to tell it? You'd have to taste it, compare the previous mince and the new mince in a meal, how it comes out, and can you tell the difference? Maybe you can. I mean, again, I think 50% beef heart, it's quite a big amount, a big percentage. So I'd say the taste is likely to have changed. Nutritional wise, though, which is what they have to provide contractually, I think the nutrition remains the same. So but clearly they're saying it's a supply issue, and there's also, one could interpret it as a cost-saving measure as well, I suppose.